one more quarter marshal for bucket 5. The bucket 5 for the elevation needs someone on their toes. Is that Maximus? No. Never mind. Anyone for bucket 5? Anyone for bucket 5? Okay, then we need someone for 6. Well, we could live without 6. We could live. Get into the rescue. Track is open. Track is open. All right, burn a couple laps up, and then I will say loop is live. Then the next time you cross that loop, you're looking for the 3 fastest laps in a row. You have 5 minutes to get them done.
Jeff Adol, Ben Adol, Ben Trocki. Bradley Richards.
All right, everyone's checked. Loop is live right now. Loop's live. Ben and Jeff have started their 5 minutes. All right, Ben Trocki puts down the first 3 completed laps, setting the bar at 53.8. Bradley comes in at 51.6. Ben Adolf at 51.7. So far, Bradley's got the time to beat at a 51.6. Ben Adolf, 50.9, half a second quicker. So we got Ben at a 50, Bradley at 51, Jeff at 52, Trocki at 53. Halfway through, Ben Adolf still at a 50.9, Bradley at a 51.6 in the second. For fun, looking at the fast lap, Ben Adolf did put a 15.9. That's pretty quick on the 2-wheel drive. Be interesting to see where this track ends up as it works in. Up on the elevation, caution on the elevation. Clear. All right. right, I still got Ben Adolph at a 50, Bradley at 51, Jeff at 52, Trocky at 53. We're at 1 minute. Next three better count. Just enough time to get 3 more laps in. Twenty seconds left on that clock. Oh, Ben Adolph raises the bar again, 48.8. Ben Trocky jumps into second, 51.3 to Bradley's 51.6.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Keep running until you hear your name.
Ben Trocky done. Jeff Adolph done. Ben Adolph done. All
All
drivers
right,
are
as you
finished.
step off the driver's stand and you're
Bradley
reading the
Richards done.
screen, you're going to look at the live EQP, the yellow and the pink. That is going to tell you first, second, third, and fourth. So Ben Adolph, first place at a 48-second flat. Bradley did manage. He got quicker towards, wait a minute, shouldn't be. Hold on a tick. 2, 3. What the crap? Top 3 consecutive. Huh. Well, that's why I'm practicing. Hopefully in the mains, I'm going to write it down right now, but the qualifying order would be Ben Adolph, Ben Trocky, then Bradley, then Jeff.
The race is completed.
All right, Sportsman gonna give it a try. Grab one more quarter marshal. We need one volunteer since we had the 4 drivers. Thanks to Cole. Track is open.
Eric Newberry. Dan Perry. Paxton Wyman. Ben Castleberry. Tom Ski. Ken Perry. 2 minutes to the start of the race.
All right, everybody's warmed up. Start spreading out. In the next 10 or 20 seconds, I'll make that loop live. Loop is live. Loop is live. Ben Castleberry's on his way, looking for those top 3 in a row. As we get near that 2-minute mark, Dan Perry with a commanding lead at a 38-second. Ben Castleberry, 41-second. Ken Perry, 42. Tom, 43. Ken Perry and Ben Castleberry, 2 and 3. Ken Perry at a 41.3. Ben Castleberry at a 41.8. Ken Perry in the number 3 spot's getting a little closer to Ben Castleberry. Ben's got the 41.1, Ken on a 41.3. Paxton moves into the 4th position, putting Tom into the 5.
3, 2, 1. Paxton Wyman done. Ben Castleberry done. Ken Perry done. Dan Perry done. Paxton Wyman done. Eric Newberry done.
So I've
All
got
drivers are
Dan in
finished.
first place.
Tom Ski done.
Castleberry in the second. Ken Perry on the 3. Paxton on the 4. Tom on the 5. And Eric on the 6. Yes? I called out times the entire time. You had a 38, and you were pretty well checked out, so that I was using everybody else's names. And I said Castleberry and Ken Perry, second and third, and I called out their 50. What numbers? Oh, yeah, 41.1 to 41.3. I was calling those out for Ken and Ben Castleberry. Yours stuck at a 38 the whole time, so I was kind of checked out. Oh, okay. I can turn the mic up or talk a little louder.
The race is completed.
Okay, bring out four-wheel drive buggy 13.5. How we looking on corners? Pretty darn good. Track is open.
Dustin Belcher.
Ha, the squelch has turned up so high, Dustin caught a lap from the jump side. That was interesting.
You just wanted where the pinion weight there, and then how much we have.
Jeff Adolph. Ben Trocky.
Okay, yep, got it. Reorder point will be first, and
Ben Adolph.
we need that's the half. Oh, that's the changes. Yeah. So whatever number we're shooting for. Okay. So, get it. Okay.
All right, Ben's making his way back to the track. We'll give him one lap, and then I will go loop live.
45 seconds to the start of the race. Seconds to the start of the
Loop
race.
is live, loop is live. Elevation, caution elevation. Clear. Caution on the steps, clear. One racer out. So far, these guys are pretty well spread out. Ben with a 50.5. That's the time to beat. Jeff and Dustin still looking to put down 3 quick ones in a row. All right, getting a little tighter. Jeff clocks in with a 53. Ben's 50.5. Belcher sitting at 57. Just over a minute, not much change in those top 3. Belcher got a little quicker, sitting in 3rd place at the 56. Jeff Adolph on 2nd place with a 53. Ben now at a 47.3. That just got quite a bit faster. He clocked in a 15.3 fast lap within those 3 consecutive. Oh, he's getting even quicker. He put down another, so 46.9. Ben with a bobble in that last lap, so he's not going to be able to put together 3, but he's got a very respectable 46.9. Ooh, Jeff gets a little quicker, 51.8.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dustin Belcher done. Ben Adolph done.
All right, top drivers, Ben Adolph, followed by Jeff Adolph, followed by Dustin.
All drivers are finished.
4 drivers in that
Jeff
one,
Adolph done.
5 quarter marshals needed, so we'll end up needing 1 quarter marshal for the next race, and we'll be looking for short course.
The race is completed.
All right, did we end up with a volunteer corner for this one? We'll need just one more corner marshal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe. Oh, yeah. Okay. You want a nice easy spot, Tom? All right. Ben Adolph, do you want to grab 6 and that we'll move Tom to 2? Can you do 6? Should be as much action there for you. Oh, he's really sore? We're good. He's sore? Hurt? Nah. Oh, plantar fasciitis? Oh, I've had that for a year. It passed. I'll tell you how I got over it. Track is open.
Carl Blocker. Ken Perry. Ben Castleberry. Zach Hopkins. Nicole Bruner. Eric Newberry. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
Countdown timer's at 20 seconds, so I am just going to let it run. When the
15 seconds to the
countdown
start of the
timer
race.
hits 0, the loop will be live. 10 seconds until loop is live.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Loop is live. Getting near that minute and a half mark. Guys have got some laps in. Looks like Ben Castleberry is quite a ways ahead at a 42.5. Next quickest, Carl Blocker 45.5, Zach 45.6. So Carl and Zach 1/10 of a second. Oh, Zach lays it down. He knocks another 2 seconds off. So Ben in first, 42.5. Zach 43.7. Ken Perry moves up to third. Ken Perry is at third at a 45 flat. Carl Blocker fourth at a 45.5. Nicole at a 46. Ken doing some strategy, letting people go. That's the first I've seen of the strategy. I like it. Maybe just wants to give Carl a hard time. I'm not sure. Either way, he's doing some thinking. Ooh, Zach's getting dangerously close to Ben. They're within thousandths of a second. Both of them have 42.5. Ben is in first. Zach in second. Thousandths of a second separation. Ben and Zach still stand. Ben on one, Zach on two. No time in between them. Ken Perry still holding down that 3 quite comfortably. Carl Blocker on the 4. Nicole getting ever closer to Carl Blocker. She's sitting on 5. "20 seconds left on the clock. Hopefully you've got a good run going for your consecutive 3.
Five, four, three, two, one. Ben Castleberry done. Nicole Bruner done. Eric Newberry done. Ken Perry done.
Ooh. All right, have a look at those top 3 when you step off.
Carl Blocker done.
Mere thousandths between Ben and Zach, nearly identical times. Ken held down that 3rd spot.
All drivers are finished. The race is completed.
One more round of this Hot Lap Madness stadium truck. You guys are up. All right, track is open.
Dan Perry. Jeff Adolph. Ben Adolph. Corey Frisbee. 45 seconds to the start of the race.
Drivers are checked. Next time around, Loop will be live. Loop is live. Caution on the elevation. Caution on the elevation. Clear. Remember to use that strategy. Either put a fast driver ahead of you or open up some track room. So far, everybody's at around the minute mark. So that would be 20-second laps. Halfway through the race, I don't think I've seen a keeper yet. Everyone's still working to get 3 quick ones together. Dan is getting quicker. Dan's sitting on the top with a 51.5. Minute 45 remaining. I got Dan with a 51.4, Ben with a 53, Jeff with a 55. Corey may have quit checking. All right, you got time for 3 more laps. 1 minute on the clock. Currently, Dan Perry is leading the charge with a 51.4. Ben Adolph would have to shave off 2 seconds to catch him. "15 seconds on the clock. I'm a little worried Ben's on a heater. This is his third lap. We'll see what it clicks off.
5, 4, 3,
Oh,
2,
he makes a mistake.
1.
Dang it. That was his 3 laps, too, I think.
Dan Perry done. Ben Adolph done.
All right, that's a race. Dan Perry will be starting the mains in first position. Ben Adolph on the 2, Jeff on the 3. Corey needs to have a look at his transponder.
All drivers are finished. The race is completed.
Oh my goodness. Some soldering to do or just some taping? Oh, okay, that shouldn't be bad. All right, hopefully it's making sense and you've had a chance to crunch the data. I do believe everybody's in the right order compared to their top three. So that's enough with the fast lap madness. Now it's time to see who can put together 5 minutes and do it twice. Both mains will count. So a 1-1 obviously can't be beat. You're just going to add up your scores. 1, 2 equals 3. So we're going to be running in the exact same order. That means each time we run two-wheel drive expert, which is the first heat, we will need extra quarter marshals for two-wheel drive expert. All right, so this is the one that we need some volunteer corners. Quarter marshals will be stadium truck. And we'll grab one more. All right, Dan's got bucket 6. Thank you, sir. Track is open.
Ben Adolph. Jeff Adolph. Ben Trocky. Bradley Richards.
All right, tires should be warm. Let's line them up. Ben Adolph is your TQ. Ben Trocky is going to be on second. Bradley on third. Jeff on 4. We'll try out this. We moved the starting line to 5 feet, so I think that's going to make the winning difference. At least for first, second, and third, they're looking a lot better. Nope, we changed it to 5 feet, so we should be good on these lines, and I am curious to see if it's enough. All right, you guys liking it? Ben's cheating. Well. All right, corner marshals ready. Drivers live on the tone. Getting near that minute and a half mark. Ben Adolph up there on top once again. Ben Trockey 3 seconds back from there. Jeff 3 seconds back from there. And Bradley's sticking close to Jeff. Bradley in that number 4, chasing down that gray and orange. There are no throwaways, so if you end up breaking on one of your mains, that's going to be hurting your overall. I do believe on the AAA mains that one is thrown out, but I am getting to the bottom of exactly how that point is calculated, getting some help from Live Time. Ooh, Ben Trockey is keeping Ben Adolph honest, just 2.5 seconds between them. Purple car, your leader, heading for the elevation. Ben Trockey right there, heading for the elevation now.
Five, four, three, two,
Oh,
one.
got a little distracted. Ben Adolph on that top spot.
Ben Trockey done. Bradley Richards
Ben
done.
Adolph now on his victory lap. Ben Trockey did a great job holding down that 2. Jeff Adolph looks like he'll bring in
Ben
the
Adolph
3.
done. All drivers are finished. Jeff Adolph done.
All right, that's 1 in the books. Ben breaks on the next one. It's anybody's game for the overall for the night.
The race is completed.
Two-wheel drive buggy sportsman, 1 volunteer corner marshal needed.
We started off so incredibly strong with race sales, but boy, have they fizzled now that everybody has 12 batteries in the car they need.
Getting closer. Let's see for Sportsman. One more quarter marshal needed to round this out. Looks like Belcher's going to make his way out. We'll be covered. All right, track is open. Thank you, Dustin Belcher.
Dan Perry. Ben Castleberry. Eric Newberry. Ken Perry. Tom Ski. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
Paxton, you making it out, buddy? No. Oh, no. You want to grab my car?
15 seconds to the start of the race.
No? Oh, man.
10,
Hold on.
9,
All right, line them up,
8.
boys.
7, 6.
All right, Paxton's got to give up that fourth place qualifying spot. What are you needing, Paxton? Just a battery? Yeah, shoot. Can't swap it out? Yeah, there's not a tray for double A's? What transmitter? Okay. You could probably plug any battery into it, 1 cell, 2 cell, or 3 cell. Oh, it's not even a standard plug-in? All right. I offered. Yeah, if you guys are happy, that works for me, or they can move forward either way. All right, that should make the winning difference. That should really mix it up. All right, corner marshals ready. Drivers live on the tone. Oh, up on top of the big jump. Caution on the big jump. Clear. Careful hitting that throttle when the quarter marshal's got your car. Can't be hitting the throttle so your wheels are on the ground. One minute in, you'd think we're at the end of the race with Dan Perry's runaway. He's up 10 seconds. Cables check underneath that four-wheel drive in the drawer right underneath Bradley's left hand. And then you could check the Octopus if it has a charging plug. Octopus is on the Charger. All right, we're just going to assume Dan's going to run away with it. So focusing on the rest of the race, Ben Castleberry on that number 2 and looking quite comfortable. Ken Perry on the 3. We are 2 minutes down with 3 minutes of racing left. If anybody has a charger for like an old flip phone, that's pretty much what Paxton's looking for. It's not USB-C, but it's something with a weird shape. Wow, everybody's really spread out. Closest battle on the track would be Ben Castleberry on 2, Ken Perry on 3, less than 6 seconds separation there. Everybody else is over 10. Full running order, Dan Perry, Ben Castleberry, Ken Perry. In 4th, Eric. 5th is Tom. Ooh, Ken Perry's getting closer and closer to Ben Castleberry. Ben's sitting on the 2. Ken's only 3 seconds behind him. We could probably find him on the track. Oh, there they are. Orange and Ken Perry's yellow and blue chasing him down. That's 2 and 3. Wheel to wheel. Looked fair to me. Oh no! Ken gets it, rolls it, puts it back on his lid, and they're back to battling, bumper to bumper. They go. 45 seconds left on the clock. See who crosses that line first. Oh man, tit for tat once again. Both getting caught on the same car. Ken Perry did get out of that wreck a little quicker. Now it's Ben's turn to chase him down. Ben Castleberry doing the gentlemanly thing, letting him go through. He wants to make that count, make it clean, make it braggable. 2 and 3 over the big jump. That's the race to watch. Dan Perry's long checked out. He's in another time zone.
4, 3, 2.
Last lap, Ken makes a mistake. Ben Castleberry claims it. He's got to make a few more corners. Better get this big jump right. Ooh, he barrel rolls it. That's still going to work.
Ben Castleberry done.
Ben
Perry
Castleberry
done.
claims the 2 for heat number 1.
Dan Perry done.
We'll have another chance to
All
go.
drivers are
If you let
finished.
Ken beat you in the
Eric
next one, he
Newberry
beats
done.
you on the overall.
The race is completed.
I'm going to grab some water. If the quarter marshals get covered, feel free to drive the track. If not, I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Ben Adolf.
All right, track is open. Corner marshal spots are covered. Looking for a Trockey and a Belcher.
Jeff Adolf. "45 seconds to the start of the race. Dustin Belcher. Ben Trockey.
Looks like these guys are ready to line up. We'll put Ben Adolf on the top spot, Jeff on the 2, Dustin on the 3, Ben Trockey on the 4. All right, A main number 1 going down. Corner marshals ready. Drivers on the tone. Ooh, I saw that burnout right before the lip, Dustin. Dang it. We're going to have to lock that power down and get it running straight. The right tire just went faster than the left. Ooh, Dustin sneaks around Trockey again. Oh no, Trockey's out of this one. Everyone's pretty well spread out. Ben Adolf 10 seconds up. Meanwhile, Jeff's putting a lap onto third place Belcher. looking pretty well locked in. Ben Adolph, Jeff Adolph, Dustin Belcher. Each driver's got a lap on the next position. Getting some good practice before the big gun race this weekend. Please let me know if you've got comments on the track or anything that we can tune in over the next 2 days. I think we're looking pretty good. We'll just get some pipe and some paint and some tape on it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dustin Belcher done. Jeff Adolph done. All drivers are finished. Ben Adolph done.
All right. We do need some quarter marshals to get this night going. It's going to be everybody who raced last plus one volunteer, please. Dan and Jeff are making their way out. We just need one more. It's looking pretty light out there. Bradley put in work while he's working. You can? All right. Thank you, sir. Track is open.
The race is completed. Carl Blocker. Ken Perry. Zach Hopkins. Eric Newberry. Ben Castleberry. Nicole Bruner. Carl Blocker.
All right, A main number one short course, Ben Castleberry with the top three fastest consecutive laps. Zach Hopkins, pretty much identical time. He's going to start in that number two, Ken Perry on the three. Looks like the rest have got it sorted out. Looking pretty good. That's a nice full heat of short course Wednesday. Corner marshals ready, drivers on the tone. A busy track out there. These guys doing their best to make room for each other. Racing is too close to call. I'll give this one 30 more seconds before we figure out. I can tell you, everybody's chasing Ken Perry. Oh no, lost a body again. Help me, help me. Oh, Zach Hopkins is running in second and chasing Ken Perry too. That was a good run. He's off the driver's stand. Two minutes in, Nicole Bruner in second place. Ben Castleberry right on her heels. Eric Newberry's right there. Full running order, Ken, Nicole, Eric, Ben, and Carl. Mixed it up that time. Now it's Eric Newberry in the 2 spot. Nicole and Carl right behind him. Ken Perry on the run away. He looks untouchable out there. Eric Newberry's holding down that 2 spot. Carl Blocker's on the hunt. Eric Newberry coming off the steps. There's Carl Blocker coming off the steps. That's 2 and 3. Carl Barker's charging his way up that leaderboard. Eric in 2, heading for the big jump. Carl right behind him. That's 2 and 3. Sounds like we'll make it fine.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ken Perry done. Carl Blocker done. Ben Castleberry done.
Battle to the end for 2 and 3.
Nicole Bruner
Eric's
done.
got to hold it down, get across that finish line first. He
All drivers are
does.
finished.
Eric locks
Eric
in
Newberry
the
done.
2. Ken Perry, 30 seconds ahead of all the rest of the madness.
The race is completed.
Stadium truck, you're up. In that short course, there was a race adjustment made. Sorry, Eric Newberry.
Dan
Ben
Perry.
Castleberry stole your second place. We did force a lap for him on one that was not counted. Track open, track open.
Jeff Adolf. Ben Adolf. Corey Frisbee.
Jeff Adolph's airing that big jump pretty smooth. Let's see if that lasts through a race. All right, lining them up. Dan Perry gets to claim the top spot.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Ben Adolph on the 2, Jeff Adolph on the 3. All right. Quarter marshals ready. Drivers going live on the tone. Oh no, 3 of the 4 drivers on their lids on the first lap. I don't think it was the fault of any other. Corey's not complaining, he's out there in front. Did somebody hit you? Yeah, I'm gonna have to rewatch that one, but Dan shot off the track, so didn't seem to mess anyone else up. Yeah, but they got out of it and made it, it was good. We'll rewatch that. All right, rewatched the start and it was clean. Ben gave it back to Dan. Even while talking, meanwhile in this race, Jeff Adolph's on that top spot. Ben right on his tail. Dan Perry not far behind. Corey's not counting laps. I'll go ahead and add one. Add one lap. No? 1 minute 15 on the clock. Ben did get around Jeff. Ben and Jeff through the infield 1 and 2. Dan right there in the 3. Ben with a bobble puts Jeff right on his heels again. Dan right there as well. 35 seconds on the clock.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh no, last lap. Ben rolls it. Jeff's right there. Jeff sneaks around, but nips that
Corey Frisbee done.
corner.
Ben Adolph done.
That was some good racing by
Jeff
the
Adolph
Adolphs
done.
up top, but Dan was holding right there most of the race.
All drivers are finished. Dan Perry done. The race is completed.
All right, we are ready for A2 mains. So we are back to two-wheel drive expert. That's the one that we're going to need those volunteer quarter marshals for. We'll have 2 scheduled quarter marshals. We'll need 3 more. Yeah, I'll give you 5. Just grab it. You're fine. Just grab the fan. We'll clear up later. Slight intermission while Papa Adolf grabs a fan and gets it installed. Okay.
Ben Adolph. Jeff Adolph.
Well, that was a quick fix by Jeff. All right, we'll get the rest of the drivers. Oh, gotcha. Truck running. Yeah, you got her. You don't have anything to do. Just corner or race every race. Right, Dan will cover that 2 spot, and I believe that's everybody, so track is okay. We need somebody under me. Any volunteer quarter marshals? Appreciate you, Paxton and Belcher, for stepping in there. Thank you so much, Ken. Always appreciate it. Okay, track is officially open.
Ben
right.
Trocky.
Paxton, for the race, that will be your zone. I don't think we can get Dan there and back in time.
Bradley Richards.
We are ready to line them up, it looks like. Ben Adolph on the top. Ben Trocky on the 2. Bradley claiming that 3. Looks good to me. I didn't hear that. What is it? No, I guess not. Nope, no restack. You qualified for the main. I think it runs the same order. Yeah, it's 1 round. I could think about that. A lot of times I see in the big races, they just flip them and the first place guy ends up running in the back. But yeah, quite a few ways to get her done. All right, a main number 2, corners ready, drivers on the tone. Ben Trocky moving up into that 2 spot. Ben Adolph looking like he's ready to check out. He's halfway there. So Ben Trocky, Jeff, and Bradley all running tight. Ooh, Ben Trocky's catching up to our leader out there. What's Oh, no time for that. I've got at least 7 seconds between each driver. Running order: Ben Adolph, Ben Trocki, Bradley Richards. 15 seconds left on that clock.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ben Adolph done. Bradley Richards done. Ben Trocki done. All drivers are finished. Jeff Adolph done.
Ben Adolph on the 1, Ben Trocki on the 2, Bradley Richards on the 3.
The race is completed.
Track is open.
Dan Peary. Tom Ski. Ken Peary. Paxton Wyman. Eric Newberry. Ben Castleberry. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, I think those tires are warm. Let's line them up. You know who on the number 1, Ben Castleberry on the 2, Ken Perry on the 3, Paxton on the 4, Tom on the 5, Eric on the 6. I'll be sure and print the results as quick as I can when we finish these mains and get them on the table down there for you. We start in the same order because the A1 and the A2 is technically one round, so we've qualified for our position. So, yep. But hey, I'm learning a lot on the computer. I'm sure there's a better way. All right, corner marshals ready. Drivers on that tone. Woo! Ben Trockey with the hustle. The corner marshal hustle. Ooh, Ken Perry staying on Dan. You can hear Dan's intensity. Come on, Ken. Get him. Two down, 3 to go. I got Dan Perry up by 4. Ken still holding down that 2 spot. Battle on the track is Eric in the 3. Ben Castleberry right there with him for the 4. Halfway through the race, looks like Dan Perry's officially checked out in that number 1 spot. Ken Perry doing a great job holding down the 2. Ben Castleberry is now on the 3 with some open track. He's looking for Ken in the 2. Ben Castleberry sneaks around for the 2. Oh, Ken gets back by Ben Castleberry. That is for the 2 spot. Ken went in the hole and never came out. Oh no, it's a pileup. One minute, 10 seconds on that clock. Two and 3 through the infield, yellow and blue of Ken Perry, orange of Ben Castleberry. 2 and 3 coming on the big jump. That is the battle to watch. Eric Newberry's not far behind. He could capitalize if one of those guys makes a mistake. $30 remaining. Coincidentally, Dan's up by 30 seconds.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ken Perry done. Eric Newberry done. Paxton Wyman done. Dan Perry done. Ben Castleberry done.
All right. Ben
All drivers
claims
are
a
finished.
2. Ken
Tom
claims
Ski
a
done.
3. Eric on the 4. Tom on the 5. Paxton rounding out the field.
The race is completed.
All right. Quarter marshals have found their place. We just got 4 drivers, and they're all experts, so we should be good. Track is open, sorry.
Ben Adol. Ben Trocki. Jeff Adol. Dustin Belcher. 45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, running order looks correct to me. Yeah, don't let that guy cheat. Can't be giving him any advantage. Quarter marshals. Oh, you guys ready? Good, good. Quarter marshals ready. Drivers ready. Going on the tone. A little bit of contact, but it looked clean. This should be interesting. Ben Adolph starting with a handicap. He picks off a 2-for-1. Now he's got the old man hunting him down, taking the big jump all the way over. All right, well, 3 and 4 battle looks like 1 and 2 have got their own fight going on. Ben Adolph getting all styly over the big jump. Ooh, he finds the inside. He locks in a nice clean pass. Ben on the 1, Jeff on the 2. That big jump's looking pretty locked. I might have to go down and count the boxes, but we got to be at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's got to be 28 feet. I didn't see it, but I did see Ben letting Jeff go back through, so now Jeff Adolph is on top. Ben Adolph is right on his heels. He's got to make another clean pass. That is not going to work. Jeff gets an advantage. 2 minutes 15 on the clock. One minute, 45 remaining. Jeff Adolph up by 2.3 over the boy. Ooh, these 4 mods have got that big jump locked in. Four mods, I mean 4:13.5. All right, Ben Adolph back in that number 1. Oh, Jeff takes a hard hit off the big jump. Just under a minute remaining. Caution elevation, clear. Nice moves by Ben Castleberry. That was a quick one. Ben Adolph turned on the afterburners, somehow managed a 14-second gap
5,
in the last minute
4,
and a half or so.
3, 2, 1. Ben Adolph done. Ben Trocchi done. Dustin Belcher done. All drivers are finished. Jeff Adolph done.
That's a race. Ben had a heck. Woo. Ben Adolf on the 1, Jeff Adolf on the 2, Ben Trocchi on the 3. Ooh, Dustin Belcher was right there. He was hoping to take that away from Ben Trocchi. Not quite enough time.
The race is completed.
See you, Tom. Thanks for coming out. Looking for one more on bucket 6. Anybody possibly available? Oh, yeah? Anyone else to volunteer? Not really a soul left. Okay, you're good? All right, if you watch out for Jeff, then the track is open. Track is open. Don't hit Jeff.
Carl Blocker. Ben Castleberry. Zach Hopkins. Nicole Bruner. Ken Perry. "45 seconds to the start of the race. Eric Newberry.
All right, starting to line them up. Let's go ahead and line them up then. Running order. Ken's going to have to start from the 3, even though he had that commanding victory. Guess that's how AA mains work. News to me, I'm learning. Cole, Eric. All right, race referee Ben Trocchi says they're good, so they must be good. Quarter marshals ready. Drivers going on the tone. As we get near that 1 minute mark, it's that orange truck, Ben Castleberry in the top spot, holding some tight lines. Purple truck of Zach is in the number 2. He's trying to get around a lapper. He gets around. Woo! He hits that big jump. Nice. Eric Newberry in the 3. Ken Perry looking to sneak around him, and he does. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock. Ken's making a recovery. He's in the 3 spot. Ben, Zach, Ken, 1, 2, 3. Carl moves into the 4. Just over 2 minutes remaining. This time it's Ben Castleberry in orange on the runaway. He's up about 11 seconds. Zach's still holding down the 2, but Ken Perry is coming up quick. I think Hopkins did not finish the other race, so he won't be a contender for the overall, but every race is a race. Purple truck in 2. White, orange, and blue of Ken is number 3. All right, second place is the purple truck heading for the big jump. He does get around the lapper for a second. Oh, it's still going to be a battle. Oh. Ken gets sight of Hopkins. Ken moves through to the 2. Meanwhile, looks like that's Castleberry putting a lap on the field. Zach and Ken, bumper to bumper, 2 and 3. Ken needs all those points. I don't remember where Castleberry landed on that first round. Oh, man. Not the body.
5.
Oh, no.
4. 3. 2. 1. Ken Perry done.
That will be
Zach
for the
Hopkins
finish.
done.
Ken will take
Eric
the 2.
Newberry done.
I hope everybody's got
Carl Blocker
RC
done.
vehicle insurance.
Ben
That one
Castleberry
sounded rough. I know
All
those
drivers are
bodies aren't
finished.
cheap. All right, I can't wait to print the results. I don't actually have a way of viewing them until the mains are finished, but I'll print them as soon as we finish the mains. One more race to go, stadium truck.
The race is completed. Ben Adolph. Dan Perry. Jeff Adolph.
All right, with everyone disqualified except Corey, that's going to give him the 1. Right, 4 and 5 are covered, looking good. All right, warm them up. Open track.
Corey Frisbee.
Next time around, let's line them up. Dan Perry still gets that advantage on the top spot. We'll see if they get out a little cleaner this time. Ben on the 2, Jeff on the 3. All right, they're raring to go. Corners ready. Drivers live on the tone. Oh no. Jeff Adolph moves in the top spot. Corey Frisbee there to capitalize as well. Oh man, Dan ready to get around him. 3 minutes 45 on the clock. Ben with a handicap once again. He's got him in sight and plenty of time. All right, officially starting from the back. The race is on, Ben. Go now. If we let Jeff win this one, he will take the overall. I assume. Still got to wait for the computer to tell me what I do and how I think. All right. Ben picks off 1. That's going to put him about 9 seconds behind the leader, Jeff Corey Ben. Two minutes left on that clock. Ben shaves it down to 7 seconds to catch the leader, Corey, in between in the 2 spot. Ben shaves it down to 6, minute and a half on the clock. Ben picks off another. It's open track between him and the leader. Short of a lapper. Just under a minute. Ben's right there. All right, that is the battle 1 and 2, and you're in the sandwich, Dan. Thank you, sir. Oh, man, what's happening? All right, Jeff's out front. "20 seconds on that clock. They will get at least another lap. Ben's knocking at Jeff's door. Ooh, they get some tires together. Oh, that's not going to help. This will be the last lap. That could do it
5,
for Mr. Jeff.
4, 3, 2, 1.
No. Oh, man. It's coming down to a drag race to the end. Oh, he gets around him clean. Ah, he still
Jeff
gets it.
Adolph done. Ben
Jeff with
Adolph
a
done.
1-1. I
Corey
think that's
Frisbee
how
done.
the last one finished. That was some serious Adolph racing.
All drivers are finished.
All right, the
Perry done.
Wednesday Adolph Series. I'll print out those results.
The race is completed.
All right, for two-wheel drive expert A main, well, two-wheel drive expert looks like Ben will take it. Sorry, Ben Adolph. Ben Trocki will claim the 2, Jeff on the 3. Be sure to look at these numbers, decipher them, maybe teach me something. I think I understand it fully. For the sportsman, Dan Perry will take that one. Ben Castleberry on the 2, Ken Perry on the 3.
Jeff sucks. Jeff sucks.